Yes, I do. Yes, it was certainly a vision they had that was theirs and theirs alone, and they brought us into it, obviously. But it's just fascinating to watch them at work and to bring this rich, big, complex kind of epic film to life. Yes, I've always tried to kind of diversify and try different things, but whatever they may be, I don't have a kind of set plan, a game plan, and just see what comes along. And there's some sense that kind of surprises me in a good way. I like to be surprised. Not really.
Oh, there's some look at it.
Yeah. I like doing my job. I love doing my work. I find that exhilarating. But yeah, that's good. But most of the responses are very kind of positive, and so that's part of the job, I suppose. But just let them kind of drop away, really. I suppose they just come home and. It depends what character you're playing and how much you have to alter your appearance, your kind of personality, if that's possible. And some people, it takes longer to cast off a character than others, but generally speaking, I would say I'm quite good at, putting that out of my mind. It's not going to be of any use to me anymore, and move on to the next thing. It's easier said than done on occasions. Yes, you find in one's life, you go through different periods, and you think you're someone else that you're not. You look back at that period of time and think, God, that didn't seem like me. And I guess that's sometimes that's more suitable for the parts you're playing. You maybe at that time of your life where you're just right for that part, but there's other times that No, because we don't look perfect. Most people, most kind of people that have been portrayed, certainly people in the past, they didn't all have kind of Hollywood smiles and that nose jobs and stuff like that. So that could be. I like seeing people who've got character and that people like that. I think that it's why take everything out of your face that you've lived in for 50 odd years and put another face on, I do that all the time anyway. You don't have to kind of actually physically do that. I think we all, I don't know about yourself, but I like to see somebody whose face looks lived in or who's a bit different or a bit quirky, and for some reason everybody seems to want to look the same, or maybe that's what they think the execs and the producers and the directors want, but I don't think the good directors do. I didn't get that till about halfway through filming. I wonder why I'm called Stinger. And somebody said, well, it's because you're half bee. Oh, yeah. So I'm half human and half bee. And I've got very quick, fast reactions because of that. And I can kind of sense an atmosphere and a lot quicker than other people can. But I look more human than bee. Yeah, you could say that, but at the same time, if you kind of ham it up or you go over the top with it, then it's going to look stupid. Because that's guess what playing this Stinger in this, it was I didn't want to. I wanted to just kind of be kind of quite normal, an old guy, because that's what he is, and maybe there is a tendency to try and. I mean, it's okay for someone like Eddie Redmayne because he's playing a very kind of lascivious, kind of decadent character, and that's okay. But I was just a regular guy, and I just keep it kind of normal, nice and easy. I think I have my opinion, and I get scripts, and I think, well, is this good? No, and then I maybe take some advice, and because sometimes you can be wrong, and I often play parts that I think, and it's turned out to be really good, So but generally, I look at something, I look at the writing, I look at who I am, and obviously, and sometimes there's a lot of very mediocre stuff hanging about. Sometimes you get a lot of money for that, but in the long run, it's probably not a good idea. It's best to kind of stick with the real good. If the kind of independent stuff or the stuff that's so low budget, often, as you probably know, it tends to be the best stories, best dramas. But ultimately, the kind of decision lies with me, and that's what I do.